The distortion gets amplified the further north you go. So it's bigger than France and Germany and Italy and Spain and possibly Poland in terms of area. And then if you even see, just looking on the map itself, you can see the corrugations there versus what you can see.
What's a corrugation?
You know, what's representing mountains.
Okay. Yeah.
There's more mountains inside there. It's a horrendous terrain to fight a war on. I think what Trump is doing at the moment is a pump and dump scheme. He's trying to drive up the oil price, tell friends beforehand that he's about to make an announcement which will cause the price to fall. And he's just oscillating this way up and down and exploiting it for his friends and for his own wealth in the process.
Do you actually think that's the case?
Yeah,
because,
I do.
This must be hurting.
Make sense of this stuff?
This must be hurting his friends economically because the stock market's going to take a dip if he's not careful. And his friends are all shareholders in different big companies. So, and also when we think about energy.
But if you know, like one of Keynes's great lines was that there's no point in buying a stock which you think is going to increase in value over time if you think it's going to slump in the immediate future. So he's making an announcement which causes oil markets to panic, so the price goes up. We've given him control of the most powerful country on the planet. He knows if he makes an announcement, it moves markets. He has no compunction whatsoever in exploiting that to cause rises and falls in prices and try to exploit them himself and with his friends.
I did see that. I've got the data here on the floor showing those graphs. Yeah. I generally looked at that and thought, maybe, but it's also conceivable that Trump is quite a predictable character and he tweets at the same time every day. And it's also, I think me and you both know that before the markets open on a Monday morning, he's going to want to say something really positive. He has a track record of doing that.
Yeah.
So is it conceivable that they knew he was flying because it was tracked that he was going to be on this plane journey? There's going to be a press gaggle. Yeah. We know he's going to give an interview. I actually think that was quite predictable. If I was a betting man, I would have gone Sunday night or Monday morning, I would have put a bet on oil prices coming down, the stock market going up.
Yeah, and for example, one of the things he said most recently, he talked about getting a present from Iran. And then he finally let slip what the present was and was letting 8 ships through the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, is he now?
Those 8 ships were not American, they were other allies. I think what he's thinking is that's going to mean the oil market gets calmed down. That means the price is going to fall. So I can then do another pump and dump.
Let's explain the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, God. Yeah,
as if we had to explain it for 16-year-olds. Because there's been lots of coverage on it, and I think some people have kind of skipped past the importance of the region. Yeah. What is the Strait of Hormuz and why does it matter?
Well, it's the choke point in the Persian Gulf. To get through, you've got like 21 kilometres. So that's an incredibly narrow gap for ships to pass through. And that means that all the countries that pump not just oil, but fertilizer, helium, all these critical elements for the production system all have to pass through this point. And obviously that's well within reach of any weapons from Iran. So they can say you do or do not pass, depending on whether we approve or don't approve of your country's attitude towards our country.
You said fertilizer?
Yeah.
Oil and helium?
Yeah, helium.
Where are they coming from?
They're mainly coming from, I think, mainly from the Saudi Arabian side.
Okay.
The Saudi Arabian, like Iran would have the same things, but Iran would keep those for themselves. But Saudi Arabia is the main source of gases and oils which are refined, and as byproducts, we get sulfur dioxide and we get helium. This is the helium?
Yeah.
Okay. That's, a couple of kilos of helium. But helium, it's an element which there's no substitute. So helium is inert.
What does that mean?
It means it doesn't interact with other chemicals. You want to give it a try? I've never done it.
I don't think there's any in here.
Oh, what a pity. Okay, I would have done to give it a try. You got any real helium? Oh, bloody hell. Helium balloon.
Okay.
Does it change your voice?
I don't know. Has my voice changed?
A bit. I'll give my voice a try. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I've never done this before, but I've heard it at parties.
Okay. Now, I think my voice has changed somewhat from a...
The fact you can do it, oh, my God. That is a riot. Okay.
Where is helium coming from?
It's coming from a gas field. So about 30% of the world's helium comes from a gas field which spans both Saudi Arabia and Iran. If you don't trap helium physically somehow, it goes to outer space. That's the ultimate destination of the stuff. So it's trapped in the same things that trap oil. And then when you drill for oil, you also get helium coming out. And then helium is absolutely critical for the semiconductor industry. It didn't matter 100 years ago.
And semiconductors are important for what?
Everything. I mean, you take the semiconductors out of that, you've got a brick. Okay? The processors, the CPUs, the memory chips, they're all made